It started from the beginning was a trip that we made to the East Coast, and it was a long drive. That was Brother Wilson, Brother Doris Pitts, Brother Rollin Jackson, and myself. And we were talking about what are we going to do about a congregation on the west side of the freeway, because there was one on the east side. And so we talked about that. So our talk led to the fact that when we get back to San Mateo, we were going to have a meeting between the four of us. Okay. We were going to have a meeting and talk about who could we get to fulfill a relationship with the congregation and things like that, and who could we get to be our minister. And so I said, well, Brother Grover, what's going on? I said, you guys were supposed to let me know when we were going to get a preacher for the Westside congregation. And so he said to me, he said, Fred, it's already taken care of. Don't worry about it. I said, I'm worried about it because I was a part of the four that was supposed to make the decision. They said, well, let me straighten you up. You are the man. I said, but I didn't have nothing to do with that. He said, well, that's okay. We couldn't find anybody else that we thought could do the job that you could do there. And I said, man, what are you guys doing to me? I'm not ready to start no congregation. I don't know that much about it. I've done some preaching for Brother Wilson and stuff like that, but I've never been able to do from ground up, buying a building, moving 3 and 4 places before we got into the new building, all that. I had never done any of that. And so they said, well, think about it for a moment and we'll get back with you. So that's how it all got started. That's why I was 45 years here. That's why. And so I need to understand that things happen because God wanted them to happen. That's the reason why they happen. Okay. I certainly didn't think of myself in the role that I ended up in for 45 years. Well, trying to build something at that point was not in my mind. We knew we had enough money to rent the little building because of the preacher that was at the same place we were at Amphilet. And he opened up a building for the church, which is still going right down here on 2nd Street, 2nd and Grant, somewhere around in there. Okay. So I never had a vision about building a church building. I was trying to be honest with everybody. I felt, and I told Grover them after our second meeting, I said, I just don't feel that I'm worthy to do that. I just don't feel that I have enough scriptural background or anything like that. And my statement that I received from Grover was, it's not about you, Fred. It's about God guiding your steps that allows you to be what he wants you to be. If you want to try to be what God wants you to be by doing it your way, then you got a problem. Okay, so God will direct you. Don't worry about it. I can't remember all the names, but I do remember Susie and Bill, the other brother, Caucasian brother was with us, and then he got married to her. And so Sister DeGreat. So we had about 5 or 6, 7 people, maybe, to get started. The brother that came over here to teach our brothers how to sing songs led to the fact that we a lot of people started coming. And he was a help in bringing people himself, because he did a lot of work in terms of getting people to hear the word the way he wanted it to be taught, okay, the same. And so after that, it really wasn't very long before we began to receive people to be baptized. Our greatest gift was that I always taught baptism. I always taught evangelism. That's been from the beginning. I brought two things together when I first started. One of them was to understand that we must be evangelistic for God's work to grow. Okay, I had to do that. The other one that was close to that was the fact that I had about a 2 to 3 years of love sermons that I taught during the week, not on sermons, not on Sunday, but I taught during the week.